Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? So, I said I would have a look at what was causing all this lag that I've been getting. And I think actually it's just the number of animals that we've got on the map. I have tried everything that I can think of, and the only thing that seems to cure the lag is when we get rid of all the stock. So I don't want to play the game without any stock, and I have dial the settings down, the graphic settings down, and you probably notice that the like the straw on that is not as clear, and the ground it's sort of blurry. It's on medium settings now instead of what I have been running it on, and personally I don't like it. I don't like playing a game on poorer settings, but it does mean that we can run this game without any lag. So I'm going to leave this one up to you. We'll just quickly go to our normal question for the week, which is, which tractor do you want me to get? Because we need a more powerful tractor for this map. So do you want me to get the Fendt 1050 500 horsepower tractor? Do you want me to get the Deutz Warrior 7250 TTV Warrior, which is a 320 horsepower tractor? Or do you want me to get this John Deere 8370R, which is a 370 horsepower tractor? It's your vote, it's your game. But the other thing I want to ask you is, do you want me to continue playing this map? Or, you know, for how long? Because I was planning 40 or 50 episodes so that we could really get into it, build up some stock and do, you know, have a really good look at everything that this game's got to offer. But if I'm to continue playing it, I'm going to need to leave it on these settings that I've got now. I'm not going to be able to play it on the better quality graphics that you may have become used to. So it's entirely up to you. So let me know if you think I should wrap this series up in the next week or so. I will do the sugar beet. I have been talking about sugar beet for ages, so I will at least do that. It's just that we won't be able to do forestry and a few other little jobs that we were talking about doing. We'll sort of have to leave those behind. So head down to the comment section. Let me know if you think that I should continue playing on these medium settings, or if you think I should wrap this one up and move on to another map. I really do want to know what you think about this. Personally, I'm not so keen on it, but obviously you, the guys that watch it, it's entirely your decision. So please let me know what you think. But in the meantime, I'm going to head back over to the field where we've been doing our silage. I've done a few rounds around the outside, and we can get on with that. Right, back over here. I have tried a couple of times to have the hired help start working on this field, and it's just not happening. He's just not going to do it. I cannot do this with hired help. The hired help will start, but it just doesn't do the field properly. It just sort of stops partway through. It does all sorts of weird things. So I am actually going to have to do this whole field by pulling the trailer with the forager. It might be time to say fare thee well to this forager, if this is going to be the case. But for now, let's switch this one off. We can keep going with this. I've done 2 trailerfuls so far, so I can probably start moving up and down the field a little bit. So we're going to carry on with silage today, and then after this I've got all sorts of things that I need to do. Like I said last time, I've got animals that need feeding all over the place. I may buy back all those chickens that I sold when I was trying to find out what was going on with this map, because I think we'll probably be alright with using them now. Let me just move up here, start this one up. Right. Now that's working fine, and I'm not getting any lag. Over here it doesn't look too bad. I don't really notice a huge difference. Is when you sort of get a bit more up close and personal with the graphics. So, and I suppose I could live with this. Yeah, well, really, I will live with whatever you ask me to. If you decide that I should wrap it up and move on to another map, then I will do that. If you'd like me to keep going with this, then I will keep going with this, and we will, because we got forestry that we wanted to try out. We've got the sugar beet to do. There's a field of potatoes just over. Actually, it's just over there. The field of potatoes over there. So we could get potatoes and we could do potato harvesting. We've got hay that we need to make so that we can get mixed rations for some of the animals. I haven't yet found out if feeding mixed rations to the beef and the pigs means that you don't have to feed them root crop cereals and silage. I know that if you feed mixed rations to cows, you don't have to feed them the rest of the other stuff. So that'd be quite an interesting thing to find out. Actually, I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that. So fairly soon we will be making hay, but yeah, I think we'll be doing sugar beet. That's going to be our yes, definitely. That is going to be our next big job after we've done this silage. I'm going to come into cab for a little while for this because we didn't do any of this last time in cab. Yeah, our next big job is definitely going to be the sugar beet. I'm going to have to spend a day running around the countryside doing, well, doing all sorts really, aren't I? What do I want to do? I want to pick, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. I'm trying to pick the header up, that's what I'm trying to do. Right, come round, and the weight of this trailer does tend to make the forager sort of slide round a little bit in places. There we go. So my next week, the beginning of next week, I'm going to feed the beef and the pigs. I've got to take root crops up there, and I've got to take cereals up there. I've got both of those. I've got some animals that need to be sold. I'll probably have several more by next week because, yeah, it'll be tomorrow. It'll be the following morning by then. So I'll have quite a few animals that I'll need to do a couple of trips to the market to sell those, and then I'll need to. What else? Oh, I need to do grass for both the sheep and the cows. That's going to be quite important. I don't know if this actually counts as grass or if you've got to mow it and pick it up with the forage wagon. Not really sure on that, to be honest. That's something that we'll have to look into. And I am beginning to wonder the speed that, well, the amount of time that it's taking to fill up the trailer when you do this. I'm beginning to wonder if it wouldn't be quicker to whiz up and down the field with mowers and then get a rake on the job. Don't suppose it would make much difference, to be honest. It'd end up being around about the same. The time you go over the field 3 times, this one you just one pass, a single pass operation. So probably just as quick to do this, even though it's not a very wide cut. I will have to find out how wide a cut the bigger foragers have got, newer ones. We'll have a look in a sec. We'll have a look in the headers section. Actually, we'll do that. Let's just take a quick look in the headers section in the shop. And we'll go in here. Along here. Right, so we got that one, which is a 10.5 metre for the maize, which is much bigger than all we got. We got this one, which is a pickup. And that's just for grass and straw, picking up the windrows. And then we got this one, that's a 6 metre. So it's only a metre wider than the one that I've got. But I imagine it would probably be able to go along the ground a little bit faster than this one. And that one can take canola as well, whereas our one doesn't take canola. This one here, oh, that's just a 5 metre. That's exactly the same width as the one that we're running right now. And that is a Rossel mash, which is why it looks so similar to the one that we're running right now. It's obviously more modern, but it does look very similar, and this is a 5 metre width as well. Right, I'm going to fill this trailer up, and then we can see about tipping it. Okay, we are just coming up to the last little bit, and the sun is shining again, which is a lot better than what it was. Oops. Yeah, he's not great for. We just change a minute, switch him off, and he does bounce. He does bounce quite a lot actually, at times. Right, unhitch that one, and then pull forward a bit. We'll stop that one there. There we go. He can just probably should open the door when I'm popping in and out. Right, I'll run down and get this tractor, and then we can. Oh, that's better. That thing, I do like that forager, but it is extremely loud. Compared to everything else, it is extremely noisy. Now we can sort of see a bit more now of what this medium graphics setting is like. You can see the lines coming out from me. And yes, I can live with it, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. Okay? Ooh, there we go. Got that noise again. Right. Let's back up a little bit. Come into cab. Back up there, and down a little bit. There we go. Right. That's that one on. Now, if I come round... Yeah, I'm still getting lag when I look towards the middle of the map. I'm now running, when I'm looking towards the edges of the map, I'm now running at 50 to 60 frames a second, which is what I normally run at. But when I look towards the middle of the map, I'm running at 20 to 30 frames a second. So there is something about this map that is causing major lag issues. And it's not just... It's not placeables. I've checked all of those. And it's not just the stock. I know the stock are contributing to it a lot. I think partly the sheep and cattle. I didn't actually get rid of all of those and test it. I tested it on a completely empty map with no mods in the folder apart from the ones that you need to run this map. And I was still 60 frames a second elsewhere, but when I was in the main yard or looking towards the middle of the map, it was still only 30 to 40 frames a second on my normal graphics settings. So the map is quite heavy, I think, for graphics. Now, you can really see it here on the silage here. But I mean, it's not too bad. You can at least see what we're doing, and you know, it's not like you can't see anything. I'm just a bit of a perfectionist, that's my problem. So when I see it not quite right, it sort of irritates me a bit. That's probably more my issue than anyone else's. Anyway, we've got lots of silage to do, so let's get it back over to the field and we can get another trailer full. I think I will fill this trailer off screen now. Ooh, I'm not going to fill it if I destroy my trailer on fence posts. There we go, hug the hedge. In we go. So I will fill this trailer and then I will get back to you. We will empty that one and then we can see how far we've gotten in the field and how much more we can do. Well, I'm about halfway through this trailer full and it's taking a long time. It's actually taking longer now because I've got to turn round at the top and the bottom of the field and I've done the longest stretches. It's taking a considerable amount of time to fill up this trailer. And I am trying to keep a full header as well. I'm not sure how much more I'm going to do of this. I will at least fill this trailer up and probably another one, but by that time it's going to start getting dark. So, I mean, we'll have gotten... That'll be 4 trailer fulls in there, which is 32,000 a piece. So we'll have 128,000 in the biogas plant, which we can tip in and sell, which is going to be a fair bit of money. We could always come back to it another time when we've bought... I mean, we've got 2 mowers, and they're not too bad. Like the front-mounted one and the side-mounted one, they're not too bad. We could soon get over the field with those. The rake that we've got is not that big, and then the option is I can either get the other header for this forager and pick up the swath after we've swathed it, or I could just use the forage wagon that we've got. Both are sort of viable options, really. I don't go too fast down there. There we go. Both are quite viable options. I could always buy a new forage wagon, actually. A bigger forage wagon. Put the grass into windrows up and down the field. That might be... I might actually look into that. Because, I mean, this is going to take forever. If we do all of our silage like this, we'll be here until doomsday. Let me just take a quick look at how much mowers are. I know that we got these mowers here that we could buy. I mean, that's 52,000 for the butterfly ones on the back. And that is another 13,000. We've already got a front-mounted one, so we don't necessarily need to even buy that one. We could just get that one and sell the Pottinger that we already own. So that would give us... yeah, about a 10-metre width, and you can go quite quickly with those. They don't have a windrow option on them. I don't know if there's a mod that would windrow them straight up, so you don't even need to worry about a rake. And then we got windrowers. We've got this one, this little one. We've got that one there, which I think would be better suited for the farm. This one, probably too big. That's probably overkill. So we could get this one, and the 2 mowers. What have I got in the way of mods? Let's take a quick look. I got that one, which I've been using. Ooh, this one. That's a 9-metre width, which is much the same as the other one I was looking at. Yeah, I haven't actually tried it. That's 12.5 metres. So it is quite a bit bigger. But I've never used it, and it does look pretty cool. Compared to traditional rakes, it represented by the pickup system lifts the crop in order to transport it on a conveyor belt. You know, I'm very tempted, actually. If we get that one and then mow, I'm very, very tempted. I might do that. I'm going to at least finish this trailer full, and then we're going to and do one more. But I think we might call it quits then with this, because this has taken forever. And I may even actually just sell the header rather than using it again. I'll have a think about that. I think I might just sell this header and we'll reserve this. It may be even time to part company with this forager altogether. I'm going to have a little think about that. While I finish off this field, I will have a think about the future of the Rosselmash Don 680. There's another trailer full. I'm just whizzing this one over to the BGA and we'll tip this one out. And then we'll get another trailer full. And that is going to be about it. And I'm thinking about this, the Rosselmash that we've got there in the field. It served us well, but it might be time to retire the old girl. We can hire a nice shiny new one. I mean, we bought this one because we were hard up. We had no money. And so we bought this one sort of as a stopgap. It's really helped us out. It enabled us to go on and harvest the silage that we had opposite our place, the maize silage, if you remember. And it did a really fantastic job of that. But it's taking a long time to do the grass here, and we don't have that much maize silage that we need to do. So it might be more, it might make more financial sense to, well, it would make more sense if I didn't drive this one into a wall. So let's just straighten that up a second. I think it would make more sense financially to sell that one and release the capital that is tied up in the old girl and then hire a machine as and when we need it. Because we don't actually need to use a forager all that frequently. I'm just going to put that up so that I can see what I'm doing here a minute. Now, let's start tipping. I'm thinking that when we come to... We will sheet this pit down straight away. And then we can always put silage into the other pit if we decide to do another lot with... Oop, I want to back up a little bit. Yeah, if we decide to come back and do another lot, having mown the field and raked it and everything, we can, yeah, we can worry about that another day. So we will sheet this one down, and then we've at least got a load of money that we can get from it. We're going to get some more money from doing our sugar beet harvest, and that I was wondering whether I should store it direct in the field, get some temporary tipping points and put them in the field. I'm thinking I won't. I think I will probably get I might even just do it with this tractor and trailer right here. Go overload it straight into this trailer and then drive it straight down to the village and sell it direct. I'm going to store one load up at the root storage yard, so we got that for the beef and the pigs. But I don't think we're going to need more than just the one load. I'll just switch this one off. Right, I'm now going to do one more load in here. It was probably actually going to take most of the rest of the field, to be honest, because it is going quite a way, but for each load. Oops, I did not want to do that. We'll just pretend that you didn't see that. There we go. Right. Change to here and start it up. And change to the front, and away we go. Okay. Out of cab a second. We are just about finished the trailer, and we've got that little bit left of the field. So yeah, 99, 100%. There we go. So that is the full trailer, and I'm not going to do any more in this field now. That is quite long enough. You can see it is now 8 o'clock in the evening. I suppose we could finish it off. It would be another trailer full, but it is taking a long time, and quite frankly I'm getting bored with this. I don't think we need to worry about finishing. Actually, I'll tell you, I'm going to leave this trailer right here, and hang on, there we go. I'll unhitch that trailer there, leave that one there, and I'm going to drive down here and unhitch this one onto that header trailer. And I think we will sell this Don 680. I think it is time to say fare thee well to this one. I'm going to keep that header trailer because I might want that for something else, and no point in selling. I did only just buy it, so that one I will keep. I'll just move up here, line it up. It's got that nice little rod right in the centre, so it can line things up quite nicely. And all I needed to do is just go up until it stopped, and then unhitch. And it slides down, but it stays on there okay. So I've got to go back to the farm, and you'll also notice that we've only got 43 litres of fuel left, so we need to do this efficiently. I'm going to go back to the farm and collect the other header. That can go on the front of this machine, and then I got to take it up to the shop. But before I do that, I'm just going to stop right here, turn this one off. There we go. And, oh, it's so much better. It's a really, really noisy machine. Fantastic machine. It really is. But it's so noisy. Right. Let's go and get that tractor, and I will take that trailer back down to the bottom. And I've actually seen how much time that we've got left. So we will sell that Don 680 at the beginning of the next episode, because I'd like to get this clamp rolled and sheeted. So we'll do that now, and then that'll be it. Then we'll have the silage that can start making, and hopefully we'll be able to start selling it soon. We should also... How much money was the JCB? I just want to check that. How much is the JCB? 195,000. Okay, that's a little bit more than I thought it was. We might actually hire the JCB to get the silage from the clamp into here, but we will use the JCB for it, because I'd also like to use it when we come to do a little bit of forestry. I have used quite a bit the Buffalo, and I've also used the, what's it, the Flegel, is it the Flegel timber runner? The thing with the crane on it, anyway. I've used that one quite a bit, and I've used the Buffalo quite a bit, and I've got to say I don't really like them. I don't like the grab, I don't like the physics of it. It frustrates me. Really, really frustrates me. So with that in mind, I thought that I would hire a Scorpion when I come to do forestry, and after hiring the Scorpion, chopping all the logs into lengths, we will use the JCB with the log fork and load them onto a timber trailer. And I do have one particular timber trailer in mind that is actually more than just a timber trailer. There's more to it than meets the eye. I'm just thinking, I've got plans for next week. I'm just wondering if I'm actually going to need this trailer for next week. I don't think I will, to be honest. So I'm going to reverse this one in here. There we go. Just like that. And I'll leave the Lamborghini here as well. We can come and get that another time. I did just say I was going to sheet down that stack, didn't I? Right, well, we'll do that a second. We'll start doing some rolling. And when I'm just about finished doing the rolling, I will come back to you. Right, I'm almost done. And while I just finish this last little bit off, remember the week's question is, do you want me to buy the Fendt 1050, which is a 500 horsepower tractor? Do you want me to buy the Deutz Warrior 320 horsepower tractor? Or do you want me to buy the John Deere, I think that one is the 8370R, is it? A big John Deere anyway, it's a 80 something. So yeah, and do you want me to get that one, which is a 370 horsepower tractor? Now we do need a bigger tractor than this one, which did surprise me a little bit, but it does turn out that we do need a slightly bigger tractor. So this one, we will still use this tractor, it's just that we need one that's slightly bigger as well. So which of those three tractors do you want me to get? And also, are you happy with me continuing this series with these graphics settings lower than they used to be? Because obviously this is not the quality of graphics that I normally present my shows at, and I have no choice. I have to put it at this setting because the lag is just unplayable on this map without it. There's something about the stock is causing major lag. So let me know on both counts. The normal question of the week for which tractor do you want, and let me know if you're happy for me to continue with this series like it is, or if you would prefer that I wrap it up in the next week or so and come back to this map at another time. I'm going to take this one back to the main yard, I think. Yeah, are you happy for me? Would you prefer me to wrap this series up and come back, go on to another map? And if so, what sort of map would you like me to play? But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, please tell your friends about me, get them to watch as well. That would be fantastic. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.